When it comes to safety, there are 3 rights you need to be aware of. You have the right to participate, the right to know, and the right to refuse. Now, I can go on about how these rights were hard fought by workers and how we literally died and bled to earn them. But I already made a video on that, and it's my safety first video. And I recommend you go ahead and watch it. But what I want to talk about these 3 rights on this video is how they're designed to function. You see, the right to refuse, that is the fail-safe right. That's the one that no matter how much knowledge you have, whether you have tons of hierarchy or none, it is the fail-safe that if things are not right, you don't have the training, or you're being asked to do something outside of your scope you're not ready to do, or things just aren't right, you can refuse the work. And what's interesting is when you refuse the work, you actually don't really refuse the work. What you do is you start up a conversation. And that conversation then mitigates that energy you're worried about. And then the job still gets done. Might be by somebody else who's more qualified or experienced to do it. Or it might be by you after the energy is controlled. The right to know is the experienced worker's right. And I'm not saying it's just for experienced workers, but the reality is, experienced workers, the trades, the crafts, to get there, you actually have to know your trade. And to know your trade takes time. And while you learn your trade, you also get to learn about the energies and the hazards that are within your trade that need to be controlled and how to control them. And then the right to participate, that's the universal right. That's the one that applies to anybody at any time, whether you're a brand new worker and you know nothing at all about the workplace you're going into, or you're the most experienced person that's about to retire tomorrow. The right to participate is a right for everybody to be able to join in on using the policies, the procedures, the processes, to take the training, speak up in your meetings, ask the questions when you have them. The right to participate is the right that anybody can use at any time in the job for any reason in order for you not only to do a good job, but do a safe job. What's interesting thing though is how can you refuse a job if you don't know what the hazards are? And how can you know what the hazards are if you don't participate in the policies, the procedures, the processes, the training, the meetings, the inspections, the audits, and all the other things that come along with safety? And the reality is yes, policies, procedures, processes, meetings, the audits, inspections, all those things are things that take you away from your actual hands-on job, but they're definitely a part of your job at the same time because they control the hazards, which prevent you from getting injured, which means that you always get to work and you always get to do your jobs. There is a hierarchy to the 3 rights. And the more you participate, the more you know. And the more you know, the better you can use the right to refuse. I did make an entire video as well on the right to refuse. And I recommend you watch it. It really puts in perspective what happens when we refuse unsafe work. Because the reality of refusing unsafe work is the job always gets done. What's interesting, as you get to know about the hazards and do your job, the job still gets done. And as you participate with using the policies, procedures, processes, go to the meetings, ask your questions, do the inspections, join in the audits, the job still gets done. Those 3 rights all add up to the job always getting done. Why wouldn't you want to use them? I hope you enjoyed the Safety Minute. If you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to bring mail to your workplace, go to spencerspeaks.ca. Until next Safety Minute, stay safe.